Usually, you know, it's the people with like 100,000 followers on Instagram that think they're hot shit. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aysha if you are new here, and today I just wanted to do a good old-fashioned get ready with me. I'm actually heading out to an Eid party. I'm really excited. There's like this cute Eid party that Muhammad's, well, I guess they're my friends now. Muhammad's family and relatives put on every year, and it's really fun. There's like a bouncy castle. It's mainly for kids, honestly, but there's always some real good fried chicken and some dessert, and I am very excited for it. So I thought that I would just do some light, simple makeup and record it for you guys. I also want to say a huge thank you to all my new subscribers. Ever since the Fenty Beauty video that I uploaded like a couple weeks ago, I have just, like, our channel has grown so much, which is insane. So hello to all the new subscribers and also all my goodies that have been here for the long run. But yeah, today it's just gonna be very casual. I don't really know what look I'm going for, but I actually did get the Jackie Aina, one second, I'm trying to get it out, the new Jackie Aina palette in the mail. Listen, okay, this has been a struggle to finally receive because I initially ordered this myself on the ABH website. The early preview you guys saw in the Fenty Beauty video, I didn't, you know, get access to that, but then the next day it actually launched on ABH's website. So I actually ordered it that day, and then I paid for, I think it was like $6 for 2-day shipping. Didn't come. Supposedly they couldn't get into my building, which is so annoying. It's been a struggle to get my hands on this, but then Jackie's team actually ended up sending it anyway, so now I have 2, which I will be doing a giveaway in a future video once I actually get that from FedEx. But yeah, I'm actually very excited. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you guys that story. There really was no point to it, but I'm gonna be using this as well. I'm probably not gonna be doing like a crazy look or anything. I'm just going to be using like the everyday shades that I've been liking to use, but I have played around with the colored shades in here and I'm obsessed with it. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then a lot of you guys have been asking me to kind of do an update on the Pat McGrath review, because in that video I used shade 30, which was so many shades too dark for me. So I actually picked up 26 that same week, and it's like perfect. I've been using this ever since. So I'm gonna show you guys how I use this, how it shows up on my skin tone and everything. And yeah, that's basically the gist of the video. I'm gonna be doing just kind of like my everyday go-to natural beat. Probably not gonna wear lashes either because it is a family friendly function. So, you know, I'm just gonna try to look casual but cute. So that's what's up. That was a very long intro. Nothing new on my channel, but if you guys are new, I would love it if you subscribed down below, join the fam, and let's get into this get ready with me. So I've obviously already done my brows. I always do my brows off camera because it just takes way too long. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. I actually really like this. I've been using it a lot recently with all my other foundations. And I think I just like it because it adds a really nice base of hydration to the skin. Like, it feels super hydrating and smooth, but it does, you know, smooth out the pores and kind of grip makeup really nicely. So, and also a lot of you guys in the comments of the Pat McGrath video, if the foundation reminds me of Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and I had never tried that foundation previously, so I actually went to Sephora and just got a couple samples. I think I got the shade 11 and 11.5 or 11.75. I am in the shade 11, and guys, I really like the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Like, I almost wanted to use it today, but I knew you guys wanted me to try this on camera again, like the shade 26, so that's why I'm doing it. But yeah, it's really good. I don't think it kind of reminds me of each other though. Luminous Silk is definitely a lot more dewy and slightly more hydrating than Pat McGrath, but this one, I don't know, they're both long wear though. I don't know, I like them both. Also, today in Toronto, my cousin Sabri is having his gender reveal for, you know, his first baby, which is like so exciting for them. I'm really happy for them. But yeah, they're like, I'm like waiting to get the results right now. I forgot to put on SPF, so I'm gonna be using the Supergoop Unseen Broad Spectrum 40 because we are gonna be in the sunlight today. So I really like this because it's like clear. And you can kind of use it as a makeup base anyway, so it doesn't really matter that I put Fenty Beauty underneath. That'll just give me, you know, some extra hydration. I got this Honest Beauty Elevated Hydration Mist, Revive and Refresh. I went to the Honest Beauty event, I think a couple weeks ago, sorry, I just kicked the camera, and it was super dope. Jessica Alba was there, we like had dinner together, but it was really nice. So I have been testing out some of her products, and I have to say I am very impressed. So I'm gonna go in with the Live Tinted color corrector. It's a hue stick. You can use this anywhere, but I personally just use it as a color corrector, and this is in the shade Rise. The product is actually bomb if you're looking for a good color corrector that won't like slip and slide under your foundation. I find in the summer my hyperpigmentation gets so much worse because I'm obviously in the sun a lot more. So I usually always color correct in the summer, just to make sure my foundation doesn't turn out gray, especially when I'm going for more of like a glowy look and I don't put as much coverage on. I prefer to color correct. So finally, I'm gonna go in with the foundation. I feel like it took me so long to just get to this step. I apologize, but this is the shade 26, as I mentioned. And I think I used a brush in that video, but I actually have been using it with a beauty blender as of late, and I think I like the beauty blender a lot more. So I'm just gonna stamp this around my mouth first, build up that coverage. But you can see like that is so much better of a shade match. It definitely still has more of like a warm undertone than like more of a neutral one, which I personally prefer, but it is much better of a match, that is for sure. I feel like in the winter, I might have to go for like 24 or 25 or something, but for summer, 26 is really nice. And I normally always prefer to go darker with my foundations anyways, because I go in with like a more highlighting concealer, and that kind of like changes, you know, the color of the foundation. So if I already have a foundation that is my skin tone, and then I put, you know, a highlighting concealer on, then I'll just look like way too light and ashy, and I just don't like that look. I also find that if you wear a slightly darker foundation and then you go and highlight on the spots that you want, it kind of creates a natural looking contour. I think they call it like the anti-contour, or like the, I don't know, I forget what it's called, the backwards contouring, negative contouring. It just kind of creates shadows naturally. And then you don't have to like, you know, contour your nose, contour your cheekbones. It just kind of looks like you already did. I actually wore this when I went to Vegas. I spoke at the Magic conference with Create and Cultivate, and literally everyone was stopping me asking what was on my skin. Like everyone. Even the girl at Starbucks was like, oh my god, I have to ask, like, what are you wearing on your skin? And it was the Pat McGrath. I wore it for a really, really long time. I think I put it on around like 12:30, and I didn't take it off until like 10 p.m. at night. This is also the new yellow beauty blender. I had to pick it up because I literally pick up all the limited edition beauty blenders. They're just so cute. All right, now for concealer, you can see that shade of foundation. It's perfect for my summer shade, but I'm sure you can kind of tell like it is just slightly on the red side for me. But it'll even out in a second with concealer. With concealer, I've been loving the Kaja Beauty Don't Settle concealers. I feel like no one talks about this. I feel like Kaja is a very underrated brand, but they make great products. And this is a really nice concealer for those like low coverage days, or it still gives pretty good coverage, but it just leaves a beautiful highlight under the eyes and kind of like a sheen. It's just so, so pretty. I am going in with the shade Chia Pudding first, and then on top I go with Candied Ginger, which is much brighter. And this concealer doesn't, I mean, it's called the Don't Settle concealer, but it actually does not settle into, you know, under eye lines or anything. It's really, really nice. I mean, as long as you set it with a setting powder, it won't really like, you know, crease and stuff. So I have my driver's road test this Friday. And I'm like low-key kind of nervous. The last driving test that I took was when I was 17 years old. Basically in Canada, you take like 3 different tests. So one is kind of like the permit, like not really a permit, but it's like the written test, and that is your G1. And then you do a road test, which is G2. And then to get your G, which is like your final license in Ontario at least, you do like a highway test, so on the freeway. And I'm just like so freaking annoyed that I have to do it all over again. Like I literally did 3 tests. Why do I have to do it again? But I guess, you know, different city, different rules. I know other states in the US, like if you have an international license from somewhere like Canada or even like Europe, you can just kind of like switch out your license and they won't even make you do a test. But California is unfortunately very different, so I have to prove my driving skills yet again. But yeah, that's coming up this Friday, which inshallah I pass because I really want to get a car. It's been so annoying not having a car in LA. Like, yeah, I can Uber places, but you know, just to go to the grocery store, if I want to go to Home Goods, and like the closest Home Goods to me is in Glendale or Studio City, it's just like such an inconvenience. Like I feel like I can't do anything during the day, and I feel like I just have to depend on my husband all the time, and he has work during the day, so it's like so frustrating. I'm a very, very independent person as well. So it's just kind of like weird. Like, you know, I'm going back to a time where I have 0 credit. You know, although I have now a lot of money, I can't do anything with it because no one trusts me with a loan, even though my credit was great in Canada. It's honestly so frustrating. So frustrating. But at least, you know, if I pass, or when I pass my driver's test, I can, you know, just get a cosigner or something for the car, start building my credit that way, be able to drive finally, you know, be a functioning member of society. So do you see how flawless and like glowy that entire base looks from my under eyes to my skin? I just love this combo, but it definitely needs to be set down. So I'm just gonna take the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder.
That audio.
Hey.
Hey, it's happening.
Yay!
Here? Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing my makeup. Gender reveal is happening, y'all.
Hi.
Hi!
Guys, I'm here. Make sure? Okay.
Alright, gender reveal happened. I ain't gonna reveal it here, but either way, I'm just very excited for them. Inshallah, they have a very healthy and happy baby. That is the most important part. But it was really nice to, you know, feel a part of that. But I just finished setting my face. But I'm gonna move on to bronzer. I'm gonna be using the Bobbi Brown bronzer today. I haven't used this guy in a minute. So this is in the shade Dark or Deep 4. And just gonna run that. This is like our first cut. Well, not really our first cousin babies, but like Sabri, Sara, like all of us were kind of raised as siblings. So this is like the first out of all of us that are having a baby, and I'm just so excited. I can't wait till she gives birth. Hopefully by then I can be in Toronto. Baby, can you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you go into the bathroom and on the, like under my sink, can you get out my Urban Decay setting spray? It's like this big black bottle with a purple top. Thank you. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Thanks. Did you know what it looked like if I hadn't described it?
No.
You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Come.
What's up, y'all?
Hi.
You're looking nice.
I'm looking nice?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you are.
Thank you, thank you. I think I'm gonna go in with, actually I always use this. I want to do something different. It's technically called their All Over Bronze, but it's definitely a blush color. It's like this really pretty blush, and I just take my blush brush and kind of like dip it in there. And then add that to the cheeks. And I still just like not look so powdery. It's like a cream blush. So it'll add like just a really nice rosy sheen. And then what I've been doing is actually putting blush on my nose to give that kind of like sun-kissed burnt look. Just kind of like right across here. Like I've been in the sun too long. I don't know. I kind of love that look. And then for the eyes, I'm gonna go into the Jackie Aina palette. I will do more like exciting looks with this palette, but as I mentioned, I just want to do something very normal and natural today. And all over the lid, I really like the shade Ginger, which is this one. It's this really nice like bronze. It kind of reminds me of like an orange bronzer. It's really, really nice though. It's like super pigmented. So you only need to like tap your brush in just slightly. Is that not like the most perfect transition shade? Like it just makes your crease look so beautiful. I just got done watching this video. I forget who it's by, but I forget her name. Shelby, or I think it is Shelby. I'm not really sure, but anyway, she like posted a video on her experience at BeautyCon, which she like had the most traumatizing experience there, and it made me so angry for her because, you know, being someone who looks like the minority, who doesn't look like every other influencer or like a popular influencer or whatever, I totally get what she means about being treated like inferior to other people, and it just like made me so upset. I was actually gonna go to BeautyCon, but I'm so glad I decided against it, just because like every time I ask someone, oh, like, you know, what do you think of BeautyCon, a lot of people are just kind of like they kind of give me mixed signals, and a lot of people are like, it's honestly just an ego trip, like it's a place to go just to say that you went there. And I know some people like that. I mean, it's LA. A lot of people like to just be in the like who's who type of world, but I freaking hate like all of that. So I'm really glad I ended up not going, but it just like made me so sad for her. Like so sad. Like shame on BeautyCon, honestly, for treating people like that. Let me know if you guys watched that video or know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure like one of the drama channels or a couple of the drama channels also picked it up. I think I feel like I watched it on like T-Spill or like something like that. I don't really know. But man, the more LA events I go to, the more I just want to stay home, because it's just so different from Toronto. And I kind of mentioned this in my vlog like a couple weeks back. It's just like no one wants to talk to you unless you know someone that's important there. And I just hate that type of energy. Like I will talk to anyone regardless of how many, like something as superficial of how many followers you have on Instagram or subscribers on YouTube. Like that's not gonna be the reason why I talk to someone. And it just sucks that, you know, LA is kind of like the hub of all of that. Like I miss Toronto. That being said though, there has been like, you know, times that I've gone to events and don't really know anyone and come out of it like with a really good friend, or, you know, I went to a skincare launch like a couple days ago, and, you know, Becca Tilley from The Bachelor was there, and she was like so sweet. We were chatting the entire night and we were like, oh my God, we hope to run into each other soon. Like she just was like so genuine. And like, I love those type of people who don't let like fame get to their heads. And it's like, it's not even people who have millions of subscribers that like feel like that sometimes. Usually, you know, it's the people with like 100,000 followers on Instagram that think they're hot shit and, you know, feel like they needed to be treated specially because of that. It's like, humble yourself, please, because there's literally thousands of people that have a position way higher that are way more humble than you. And it's just like, for what? Like literally for what? It's just so toxic, seriously. I didn't even mean to like talk about this on my channel, but you know, sometimes you gotta just release the bad energy, and that's what I wanted to do today. So I think I'm just gonna stop there. I mean, this is literally what I do for every look. Kind of boring. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll take the shade Supreme, which is like a bright pink. It's a matte bright pink, and I'm just gonna put that in my crease just for the hell of it. Just to say that I did something more. Oh my God, that is pigmented. I feel like I barely tapped my brush in there, and I'm getting way more color payoff than I initially hoped I would, but you know what? It's pretty, so we'll stick to it. One thing that I wish this palette did have, although I love literally all the shimmers in it, I kind of wish it had like a matte peach color. Like I love the deep brown mattes here, but almost just to like complete, I mean, this isn't a neutral palette though, so I can't really say much, but I don't know, just a really nice matte peach color that like doesn't look ashy on deeper skin tones would be so nice to like complete this look right over here. But that's all right. I think I have actually a little single shadow from MAC, right over here. It's in the shade Tint. Don't know what that means. I'm just gonna take that on a smaller blending brush and just kind of like tap that on the center of my lid. That actually worked out perfectly. But I'm gonna take the Natasha Denona palette again and go into the shimmer shade. I've been loving this palette lately. It's such a good one. Oh, my brushes are falling. Oh! I didn't even put any highlight right there, but I just wanted to show you guys. I was about to apply it, but I'm like, oh my god, it literally looks like I'm wearing highlight already. That's how beautiful, like, all those products layered so nicely together, like from the primer to the spray that I put on before to everything. It just made the foundation look so glowy. So I'm not gonna put a ton. I'm just gonna put a little bit just to enhance the glow slightly, but I want to keep it looking very like sweaty, you know, like natural sweat, not like highlight. And then before I do anything, I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is like a massive version of it. I think I bought this during the Sephora VIP sale. Honestly, no regrets. I literally love this thing. I remember liking this. It's the Caution Extreme Lash Mascara by Hourglass. I remember really liking this, but I just kind of like forgot about it. Sorry, I'm gonna use it today and see how that looks. And because I'm extra AF, I always like to layer my mascara, so I'm gonna go over with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. That was actually a pretty good mix. Pretty good if I do say so myself. Don't know what kind of accent that was, don't ask me. And that is, I'm like living for my glow. Like that just interrupted my train of thought because I'm like, wow, I look so glowy and I am obsessed with it. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, lip time. I'm gonna go in with the Super 90s lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury first, actually. First, let me moisturize my lips a little bit because they are kind of dry. That is really pretty. I feel like I'm just gonna leave it at that. I probably will end up adding the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb on top, but for now, I really like that. And that is pretty much the entire get ready with me / makeup look. This is how I'm going out today. It's just a very natural glowy beat. Yeah, I'll have all the products that I use listed and linked down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of all over the place, but let me know if you guys like the get ready with me's. If you do, then I will continue doing them with like other products. I feel like get ready with me's generally do a little better on my channel because people prefer the conversation rather than just like a tutorial based video. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I will try to include some like new products in get ready with me style videos as well. I know some of you guys had asked for the Urban Decay new Stay Naked foundation, I think it's called. I'm not 100% sure, but if I can get my hands on that, I will do that video as well. But let me know what looks or what colors you guys want me to play in for the Jackie Aina palette, and I will definitely film a get ready with me on that and include the giveaway on the palette that I actually purchased in that video as well, since I have two now. But I love you guys so much. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone.